Okay, so I don't know why I feel this way, but it's like no matter what I do, no matter what activities I do, or whoever I hang out with, I don't get really excited anymore. I don't like it's like nothing feels truly exciting anymore. And I don't know if that's just because I'm getting older and I've experienced so many different things in my life. And now, if I do the same things over and over again, there's not that new excitement when you do something new, right? There's like always there's always some kind of excitement when you do something for the first time. And I feel like I've tried so many different things in my life. Like I've gone on hikes, I've traveled, I've met different people, I've hung out with different friends, we went out to the movies, went out to restaurants and stuff. And I've done so many of these things, and it's like none of those things have like the same amount of excitement that they used to have when I first did them. And I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but like it's like even if I do something super fun, like for example, last year in November, I went to Hawaii, and if you guys look at my previous videos, I think like the second or third one, instead of using Call of Duty footage, I was using footage that I got from Hawaii. I was recording for like 10 minutes and ended up using that footage as the background to my first few videos. And even when I was in Hawaii, it was fun. Like it was really nice. Like Hawaii has like such good vibes. They got palm trees. They got like it's like so humid there, and they have the ocean, and it's so sick. But the thing is, the entire time that I was there for 4 days, I just kept thinking about the fact that I have to go back to work. Like the fact that I had to go back to work was on my mind. I'd say like 60% of the time, and so the 40% of the time that I totally forgot about the fact that I have to go to work. That 40% was actually really nice because I didn't have like this pending doom within myself that, oh man, like this trip is almost going to be over soon and you have to go back to work where it sucks and you just have to talk to all these people and just have this fake personality in your corporate job. And yeah, so it's like the entire time I was in Hawaii, the vibe was just off, Not the entire time, sorry, just like 60% of the time. And I couldn't get rid of that feeling. I just wanted to be in Hawaii and fully take in the entire environment and the culture of Hawaii, and just be there and be in the present. But I just kept having those thoughts of, oh, I got to go back to work. I still have all those assignments and projects that I have to get done. And yeah, I just don't know why I couldn't really fully relax in Hawaii and just enjoy the moment. And I feel like it's the case with a lot of different things. I don't know if that's because I have a job now, and it's like every time I do something, even if the weekend arrives, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be outside hanging out with some buddies. We'll go out to a restaurant to eat some food. And even then, it's like I'm just sick and tired of just thinking about the fact that I have to go back to work. And don't get me wrong, like my job isn't that hard. Like the work that I do isn't too crazy, isn't too difficult, but it's just the fact that I have to be there, locked up like a slave for 9 hours out of the day. Not even 9 hours. I have to drive there for half an hour, come back half an hour, which isn't that long of a commute. But if you add up all the hours, it works out to about, I think, 11 or 10 hours of just slaving away at my job. And by the time I get home, I'm just so exhausted. And I don't know, it's like, on the weekends, I'll be thinking about all that. I'll be thinking about the fact that I have to be a slave at work for 10 hours a day. And the thing that I think about the most is the fact that I have to socialize in a fake ass way with all these people. And excuse my language, I didn't want to say the A word or whatever, but I want to keep this channel in a way where I don't swear at all, but sometimes it just comes out, and I'm not going to cut it out because I think it makes the video super authentic. But there's so many fake people at work, and I like just talking to them, and it's just so just so exhausting. Like I can't even describe it. And that's the thing that I don't fear, but it's like yeah, I mean I do fear that. I do fear having to socialize with all these fake people. And it just makes me super anxious and stressed out. It's like if I was on vacation or had the weekend off, and I knew that I had to go back to work, but then I didn't have to have this fake personality and like these feelings of dread about socializing and just presenting whatever topics and ideas that I have. I think I would be fine. I think I wouldn't. I think I would find things more enjoyable and have more excitement in different things. Um, and so yeah, I just wish that I did things and I was actually excited about them. Even for example, when I sometimes I'll go on hikes in the summertime here in Alberta. By the way, Alberta has so many different nice hikes. It's incredible. Like so many different mountains that you can hike up to, and yeah, it's so nice. But yeah, so sometimes I'll do hikes, and when I'm with my buddies or my cousins, I'll be doing the hike, and sometimes a certain part of my body will start hurting, and I'm just thinking about the fact that, man, I'm getting old, and I'm not that old, I'm 28 years old, but sometimes the body will start hurting, or my shoulder will start to act up, and I'll just be thinking about the fact that, man, like it's probably just gonna go downhill from here. It's not gonna get any better. I feel like when you get older and when you start to have issues with your body, unless it's something that can be fixed, I feel like it'll just get worse and worse. Unless you start working out properly and do some physiotherapy, but even then, I feel like your body will just get worse and worse. And then I start thinking about the fact, while I'm hiking, is this like the last year that I'm going to be hiking? Like, am I going to be hiking in a few years from now, or is this like one of the last times that I can hike? And so, yeah, then I just kind of get down and kind of get sad because I'm like, I love hiking, but sometimes I get such bad pain in my body, like in my knees and in my shoulder, that I'm just like, yeah, this is not worth it. The excitement and the high rush that I feel within my body while I go on a hike is not worth the excruciating pain that I feel while I'm hiking and afterwards. So yeah, so that's just the case for me, man. Like I just don't feel super excited about things anymore. Um I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my subconscious thoughts are just overpowering and I just have too many negative thoughts, but I try to be positive. I try to look at the bright side of things, but yeah, I don't know. It just I look at the world that we're living in, and I see everybody going to work, and just a lot of people aren't happy, and then that just kind of makes me a little bit sad, and I just don't see how we can become excited about things. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm rambling about this topic, but I feel like the only time that I was truly happy was when I was a kid. And that probably ties into the fact that when I was a kid, everything that I did was the first time that I was doing that thing. And so the first time that I was doing it, it had so much uncertainty and also like so much passion in the things that I did. And everything was brand new and everything was like this fun adventure that you were doing for the first time. Like literally even going into your backyard and like playing with the bugs and the grasshoppers or whatever, that literally felt like a movie. It felt like I was in some like animated, really popular movie. And I don't get those feelings anymore. And I don't know, this is probably just like a common thing with adults in general. When you get older, you just don't find things as stimulating and as thrilling anymore. And I guess that's why a lot of people, this is kind of funny. I think that's why people start to lean towards drugs and alcohol and marijuana and nicotine and all that, because I feel like life just feels all dry and just, it feels like a desert when you're older. It just feels like the color is sucked right out of life. And don't get me wrong, I still get excited about certain things, but for the most part, I don't know. It's just maybe I just have to change the thoughts in my mind. But yeah, I mean, for now, just a lot of things that I do, I just don't have that real passion and excitement. Unless it's this YouTube channel and making these videos, where when I make these videos, I get really excited. So I guess that's the one thing that I do get excited about and have a lot of passion for. So but yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys can relate to my message. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.